Are we?
Yeah, it
Yes.
says broadcast
Okay.
is live. Woo! Mike
There we
is
go.
hot.
All right.
Part 2 of Silent Hill, guys, on the wild side. And today we're joined by my guests Decker, Ramirez, Uzumaki, and Fatal.
Hello, everyone.
System shock error. User wins. And I'm not drinking blood or wine tonight, so y'all can chill out.
Yeah, I'd love
But you didn't deny me.
Apparently, I was.
Hey.
What I was
Must
making
be the
last night
man.
was a huge point of contention in the stream.
Guilt.
Sorry.
It tastes the blood of guilt.
Yeah.
Root
I
beer.
love Dr. Pepper, and I have to disagree.
Love root beer.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
I had to stop drinking Barks root beer because Coke went woke and
You root beer.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about part 2 of Silent Hill tonight, and we're going to wrap the stream up with a theory I have on Pyramid Head. But to catch Fatal up on what was going on yesterday, we talked about the fog world, the other world, and how they manifest and operate, and we talked about Heather. Oh yeah. No. What else did we talk about?
We did talk a little bit about, like, say, our personal experience. No, we can do that again. Talk
Okay.
about, like, personal experiences with the series.
Okay. Since
We tried
this
to.
This is Fatal's first time on the wild side, he'll go first.
Wait, is this really what your channel is called, The Wildside?
The podcast, yes.
That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Sell tickets. Well, my experiences with Silent Hill have been pretty basic, really. One of my friends had Silent Hill 2 back when I was like seventh or eighth grade, and they're like, "Here, play this game," and I did, and I played for 3 hours, and I was like, "This is cool." Then I played for 5 hours, and I'm like, "All right, this is a bit creepy." And then I played. I got about I got about 12 more hours into it until finally I ended up in the prison, and which at that point scared the bejesus out of me. I did not play for another 10 years until I finally replayed it 10 years later, and then I beat it. And I was just scared out of my mind the entire time because, seriously, you're running through the prison, and by the time you get to the freaking courtyard, he just stands there. He just stands there by himself out of the darkness, and you're just like, he's not moving. Why isn't he moving? Until you do something, which I cannot remember what it was. For years, Pyramid Head has plagued my nightmares. I used to, even in high school, I would have nightmares of Pyramid Head chasing me throughout, a mall.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I would have nightmares of Pyramid Head chasing me throughout, a mall, even into my high school days. So that was frightening. I also ended up seeing the movie, which also helped with the nightmares because I saw the movie in high school when it came out. It was 2006 or 2007 when it came out. So
yeah,
the
second movie came out, and you're gonna think me weird. I actually like the second movie because of a pet peeve that I have in cinema. I actually like the second movie better than the first movie.
I have to disagree with you there. I mean, I like the first movie because, I mean, granted, there's the whole thing where they basically switched characters instead of one character was another character, and then it was instead of Harry Mason / De Silva, which Harry De Silva changes his name to Harry Mason in the second film anyway, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of that, it's, they switched it to the mother's perspective, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought that was something new. And they gave this whole they gave this whole backstory that kind of came out of the first game of Silent Hill, the first game of Silent Hill, and they played it into the story of some sorts, and it made it very intriguing on how they built upon that in that world. And I really liked the build up of Silent Hill in the world that they did. The moment the darkness started to descend and the sirens started sounding, and that was interesting for me. And you saw the creatures coming out, and Rhoda Mitchell running through, which was, she's running through that dark, that very rusty feel. I feel like they really took that to a whole new edge in that first movie. It was great. The buildup was slow and good and beautiful. And then when Pyramid Head finally comes out and rips flesh off that girl and throws it at the door, that was crazy. I think the one thing that I really hated about the movie was the massive gore fest that was the ending scene.
The ending, yeah, that got pretty intense.
That was pretty intense. At first I just wanted to vomit when I saw it. And then I'm watching it years later, and I'm like, this is pretty tame compared to
compared to stuff now. Yeah, it is very tame. But at the time, it was pretty intense.
But the thing is, I think that was the only thing I really hated about that movie was the gore scene and stuff. But that's okay, because when I saw the second movie, it felt like the story was rushed. Everything was rushed. I mean, when they're talking about the Order, and then, of course, Vincent showing up, that just felt completely rushed. The boss fight scene between the two baddies of Pyramid Head and the other...
It went Mortal Kombat for that scene. No,
yeah, that was a little bit...
I'm sorry.
You remember when the creepy robotic mannequin monster grabbed that one girl?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turned her into
At
one.
least throw some, like when they grabbed her and pulled her off screen, they should have just thrown some gory looking body parts over there. And when Heather turns around, in that scene where she goes, oh, and she does the little whimper, that would have been beautiful. But no, they didn't do that. I was just like,
there was a lot
really?
of missed opportunities and weird decisions with the second movie.
Yes.
But when I say that I
Still a
liked
good
the
movie,
second
just
movie,
not as good the first.
when I say that I liked the second movie better, I am very well aware that the first movie had captured the atmosphere and feel of Silent Hill way better than the second one did.
All right,
Again,
Bleeding Shadow. There is a PlayStation 2 version for both 2 and 3 for the PlayStation 2, and I believe they are both also on the Xbox 360 as the HD collection, which I would not recommend.
Avoid like the plague.
Yeah, you'd better spend your money off. You better spend your money on the Devil May Cry collection that came out on the Xbox 360. That is more worth your money. It's a pretty decent price for 2 decent games, even though you get 3 games in it. So, with the HD collection, you get 2 games, and they butcher it, and they butcher it in the HD collection. But I'm sorry for the.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So,
in other words, if you're going to get Silent Hill 2 and 3, try to get the PlayStation 2 version. Avoid the HD collection.
If you can get it on the PS2 or the PC, that's the best way to do it. David, I love you. David, I love you. Are you gonna join? But like basically with the Mad Matt. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Wow, nice.
Silent Hill 3 is my personal favorite game of the series, and I have very big memories of that game at my first time playing it. But
TV antenna from Walmart.
The reason I like Silent Hill 2, the movie, better than the first movie ties in with a pet peeve that I have, and it's this weird pet peeve. I can't explain it. I can't explain why I have it other than I just have it. What it is when they change the gender of the main character for no reason. a lot. Most of the time, it's from male to female. There are a few instances where it's female to male. The most recent one that I can think of in recent history is the RoboCop reboot, where they changed RoboCop's female partner to a male, and you can cut him out
Oh God.
of the movie, and you won't miss a thing. Where
Go ahead.
that character is integral to the plot in the original. That's what I mean. They to me they changed the Harry Mason to the mom for no reason in the movie, but they kept it right for the second movie because it's following the third game, which the protagonist is a female. So I like it better for that reason. It's a stupid reason, but I can't explain it.
Well, your reasons are very valid, and I would agree with you on most of those points. First off, it is incredibly stupid to gender switch the most of the time the main characters, right? A lot of now I can also throw this kind of a same little point back to you in the terms of Fallout games. And wow, that is loud.
I don't know why it's doing that.
His microphone is picking up his speakers as we talk, and we have loud voices. Especially me. I have a big mouth, and that is,
Right back at you.
But my thing is like when it comes to the gender switch, I can throw the same argument back that I would like, for instance, Fallouts 3, New Vegas, and 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Use those as my main reasons.
I can't have an opinion very much on Fallout because I've never played them, but I'm very well aware of them.
That's okay, but I'll just kind of give you the rundown of like in Fallout 3 and Silent Hill, the movie, the first one, will kind of fit in a sense, and I can understand why people would be very pissed off at the fact that they gender switched in the movie, and I agree with it on a level. But at the same time, I can also defend this. I can also defend the switch in the same way as. Oh wow, that is loud.
Tony, we need to fix your speakers.
But I can defend the switch through Fallout 3 because in Fallout 3, you're a vault dweller, you leave the vault and you go find your missing dad who's disappeared. And it's not my mic.
Tony, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. We're getting a lot of feedback from your mic and
I'm here.
speakers for some reason.
But yeah, with Fallout 3,
I have I don't have a speaker or anything. I'm just talking on camera. But wait, let me see what if you can try. You aren't talking. Our voices are being picked up on your. I don't have a microphone.
Well, your
Okay,
microphone's
well,
built
you're-
in, and your speakers are built in.
Oh, I'm sorry. God, I'm doing this live.
No, that's why we're
Here, let me
that's why
mute
we're trying
myself.
to. Don't worry, and you
We
can.
love you, Tony. I'm going to have to burp you later.
sorry, what was I?
No,
was on
you're
Fallout.
your phone.
I was on Fallout 3, wasn't I? Yeah, Fallout
Yeah.
3. You can select your character, male, female, doesn't matter. But like if in a sense of when I play Fallout 3, I'm under the impression that if I'm a dude in Fallout 3, I am not going to go search for my missing father. I want to go around and kill shit. Now, if I play as a female on Fallout 3, I'm going to do the exact same thing. However, it makes more sense to the story of, Dad, where the hell are you? I need you.
Yeah.
And and it's the same way with Fallout 4, whereas I put myself in a situation, as you know, I'm a father. So I put myself in the situation of my son, my wife and I have been taken out of cryostasis. My wife gets killed. They kidnap my son and put me and my wife back in cryostasis.
I didn't know about this.
Hilarious. It's from Fallout 4. They put us back in cryostasis until we come out again of cryostasis. My wife's dead. Now I got to go search for the wasteland for my son. When I'm going throughout the wasteland for my son, I'm going for revenge.
Mhm.
Right? If I'm the
Yeah.
father, I'm going out and I'm going to kill everything in my path because I'm after revenge. I've already been black-pilled at that point. And then, but in Fallout 4, if I pick the mother, I'm searching for my son, which is what the game is about. You're searching for your son. And I've always picked the female character in Fallouts 3 and 4 because to me that fits the story better. It makes the story better and more interesting. Now in New Vegas, you can go either way you want. However, I do New Vegas as a woman because first off, I like to destroy Caesar's Legion every time. And if you go and destroy Caesar's Legion as a woman, there's a little thing that says, well, considering what they do to women and how you just wrecked them, that's funny. And then,
Karma.
and then, of course, there's also the fact that if you're a female, you can sleep with Benny, who shot you in the head, and then you can kill him in his sleep with the Black Widow perk. So it's actually, like I said, it's actually pretty interesting on how, like with how the story evolves. And like I said, with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and comparing it to Silent Hill, the first movie, it just makes, to me, it makes more sense that they would send the mother to go after her child, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's not her biological child, but they adopted her, they love her, they care for her.
In these kind of situations, it's like perspective.
Yeah, it's a matter of perspective, and that's kind of why I had no problem with the gender switch. Now, normally I'd have a problem with any sort of switch of a character, but in this sense, I'll let it slide because I liked it. So,
well, she was hot. I'll
and
give you that.
on top of which, over the course, even though it was a short time, Sybil and Rhoda Mitchell's character, they kind of formed a little bit of a bond, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
and Sybil went out like a beast too.
Yeah. So when you have when you put all that together, and there's not, you don't, like, especially with the first game, I don't think you really see much of a bond with Sybil and Harry in the first game.
Oddly enough, I think they had. I think Harry and the nurse. What was her name?
Angela?
The nurse.
No. Angela is in part 2.
Was the
Yeah.
nurse in the Silent Hill 1? I can't remember her name, but I think her and Harry had more of a bond growing throughout the game, and that's what makes her death all the more heartbreaking. I'm
Yeah.
still like I again, it's been like almost 20 years. I'm still kind of unclear on what her story was. Apparently,
If I can get
or
Silent
something.
Hill on disc, if I can get Silent Hill on disc that doesn't cost me an arm and a leg, then I would play it. Fortunately,
that's the one game they need to remake with today's visuals and not tamper with.
I'm done. I'm done with remakes. I'm absolutely done with remakes. Every time there's a remake, I fear what they're going to do with Final Fantasy VII, what they did with all these other remakes.
Yeah.
They're going to censor it all to hell. I mean, heck, even the original game of Silent Hill 1 was censored all to hell.
Was it?
Yeah, in the original Japanese, the little monsters that you would find in the school, in the original Japanese version, they were like naked demon babies that would attack you. And they had to change that.
Yeah. They had to change that to not look so baby-like.
Now, hold on a sec, Matt. I think the only thing I want to see remade, or at least remastered, I should say, remastered's better. I would like to see Xenogears remade.
Oh, Jesus.
And I think Jesus makes an appearance in Xenogears too. I'm not sure, honey.
Oh.
But
We're now talking about the Marburg virus disease, which automatically shows all the side effects of the vaccine.
as you can see, that she's on a different subject than where we are.
The one game I would love, maybe not remake, but like a new game of it with today's visuals, because is The Thing from the PS2, but made today. That would be amazing. Well, at least potentially look amazing.
All right, Mad agrees with the Xenogears.
Greatest horror movie of all time. As a,
Mm-hmm.
Same, man. Love it.
She's a big fan of the original Candyman, so
Did she see the remake? Or not? Well, it's basically it pulls the new Candyman movie. Essentially, does what the 2018
it was great.
Halloween does.
It was great.
Where it essentially takes place of their
Halloween did.
Yeah, it essentially
It was great.
erases all the movies after the second movie and basically becomes the true actual sequel. That's what in that way, because the main character in this new Candyman is the little baby from the very first Candyman.
so it's technically a sequel.
Yeah, it's it's pulling the 2018 Halloween where
It's a sequel.
where it's taking place of the actual second sequel. Like
I think the only two, like, I wouldn't say remakes, but live action adaptations that I actually liked were Battle Angel Alita and Ghost in the Shell. And that was about it.
really.
Oh, what about
I
what
hated
about?
those.
Have you ever seen the Tokyo Ghoul movies? Those were good. Like
Wait,
really
what?
good.
The Tokyo Ghoul movies?
I'm talking about
Tokyo
I'm talking about American Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Hollywoodized.
With that, okay,
Okay.
I can see where you're getting from. Okay.
Now, like for instance, Wildman. If you want to see the live action Japanese adaptations of Rurouni Kenshin's story, like on Netflix, those were amazing.
Those are good. Those are good.
You should watch those, and then you should watch the live actions of the 3 live actions that they had that were Warner Brothers. The Netflix picked up the other 2, so there's 5 movies total. They're all great, all should be watched. But besides from that, we were talking about Silent Hill. Silent Hill. I don't know. First off, speaking of Silent Hill, whatever happened? I know I shouldn't ask this. I changed my mind. I'm not going to ask the question of whatever happened to PT. Do you ever get? Does anybody remember PT?
I remember PT. I never got to play it, but I remember it.
Decker, you played PT?
I've not played it, but I've seen it in action.
Basically, what happened was
there was a point where PS4s that had the game on it were a fortune.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes, I never had a PS4 during that time, and if I would have had one, I probably would have sold it for a lot of money, and got a new PS4. But
basically,
I honestly would have loved to have seen, Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima's version of Silent Hills when they had Norman Reedus.
That would have been amazing.
Everybody would have loved it. Everybody, but of course, Konami had to be a bitch.
That's what I'm talking about. Is like, how does Konami keep shooting themselves in the foot and not go out of business?
Because they're Konami. They have more than 2 titles. First off, Metal Gear Solid being like one of the biggest selling titles of, Metal Gear Solid has stomped Splinter Cell into the ground.
Pretty much at this point.
And I'm a big Splinter Cell fan. And Metal Gear, and first off, you got to realize that Kojima's storytelling and how he does shit in his games is
unique.
No one can do it like him.
Yeah, it's a work of genius, and we keep hearing stuff about Kojima and what his next project is, aside from that crap. What was it called? Death Stranding?
Yeah, here's the funny story with Death Strandings with me. Months and months, maybe even a year ahead of time, they had little, on the PSN store, they had like a little art thing that showed like the character model and its outfit about it, and I was like, that looks weird. It looks like it's going to be a weird game just on the little character model that they showed. And then sure enough, I was right. It was a bizarre game.
Yeah, the Death Stranding to me I can't see the appeal in it, you know.
And
I
this
know,
is before I even knew anything about it other than what I saw on the PSN, which was what I just said. Hardly anything. I was just like, that's gonna be weird. And then years later it comes out and I'm like, huh.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why it didn't do so good, it was trying to combine two vastly different genres, like
Mhm.
horror with kind of like farming simulator.
Almost.
Maybe not the exact words, but basically like you have to collect supplies, establish trade with other villages while avoiding danger. And it's like
No.
it's not that they lied, but like there was no there the way they described it, we got a different product practically.
Yeah. It
Like it couldn't be
very
helped.
much felt like a rush recycled idea, rushed on paper, trying to salvage what was lost
like
Oh.
with Silent
like
Hills.
with Silent
It
Hills,
very much
especially.
it very much felt like rush. We got to throw something together. But
Yeah.
going back to the second movie, because I'm going to lead into a headway. I shouldn't have reeled that. But during that final fight between a mutated monster Claudia and Pyramid Head, what I thought was going to happen, and I thought it would have been really cool if they had done it. There's a scene in that fight scene where like the monster's hooks like clamp on and start to tear Pyramid's helmet. What I was hoping that they were going to do with that during the fight is tear tear open the Pyramid Head and helmet and reveal it to be Valtiel.
So it would be more of a Silent Hill 3 connection.
Yeah, well, because essentially they were trying to have Pyramid Head in that movie be both Pyramid Head and Valtiel, because Valtiel, like Pyramid Head, was ultimately just playing Valtiel's role in that movie.
Basically, a hands-off guardian.
Yeah,
For
that's exactly what Valtiel does in the game. So I was thinking that like it would have been stupid and dumb, but it would have been a genius way to throw like a ha to the fans. It would have been very clever.
I don't know. When it comes to like how Pyramid Head was portrayed in the Silent Hill movies per se, I mean, the fact that they brought him in there, sure, whatever, that's great. Scary as hell. I just don't like the fact that how he was portrayed in the movies as opposed to what he was a manifestation of in Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 seems more fitting due to his very Freudian-esque almost appearance, if you will. And honestly, that same thing can be said about Rule of Rose. Rule of Rose pulls from Silent Hill quite a bit.
Yes, it does.
And have you played it?
I've wanted to. I think I actually remember when it was being advertised when it was first coming out, but I've never gotten to actually play it. But like with Decker, with experience with Silent Hill, that's kind of my experience with Rule of Rose.
Yeah, I saw a playthrough of Rule of Rose, and like I didn't like it, but I do appreciate what it was trying to do.
Rule of Rose and Silent Hill, to me, Rule of Rose is like, how do I say this without having a a scary monster like Silent Hill or like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2. Rule of Rose pulls from Silent Hill 2 on a level that's why it was so controversial. That's why there was so much discussion going on online
because
about it.
I remember the controversy. Like everyone was trying to say there was a lot of death and child and murder and like being buried alive and blah blah blah.
There
just
was.
based on like the opening cinematic that was supposed to like advertise and sell the game. And while those themes are touched on in the movie in the game, it's nothing what the controversy was trying to say it was. Not especially not to the level that they were trying to say it was.
A lot of the controversy behind especially in a game, when did it come out? 2006?
Seems about right.
I don't know, but when it maybe somewhere around there when it came out, and you got to remember, around the time that a lot of this stuff was going on, back in the early 2000s, I'm pretty. Do you guys remember the music video that came out called "All the Things She Said"?
No, sorry.
It's from a Russian pop group called pt2, T-A-T-U, and All the Things She Said had a lot of there was a lot of lesbian undertones. Actually, straight up, the whole entire video was just lesbian undertones in and of itself. And it was the same time during this, it gained a lot of controversy because you got two girls dressed in schoolgirl uniforms having a lesbian relationship in some sense, but then there's this whole other game around the same time in the same span of 5 to 10 years that kind of has the same thing, because there's a lot of the controversy that the underlying controversy that they don't really touch on is the child sex abuse that the children may be suffering in Rule of Rose as well. So
I remember hearing something about that.
I looked on it online. They were actually explaining it. Do you remember? Okay, for Decker, when you watched the playthrough, do you remember when you're playing as Jennifer and you had to beat the fish monster hanging from the ceiling?
Oh, that was sad.
All right. Well, after you beat the fish monster, there's a video that comes up with the headmaster and that girl who the fish monster was supposed to represent, and that's where a lot of the discussion started with the sex abuse of the children in the.
Your girl is losing it back there.
I know.
Unrelated topic, people. Don't worry.
Yeah, sometimes she does that, and I lose all thought.
We should clip that.
No.
But
There's a snake in the grass, and the snakes are crying both of them, and now they're crying with a little.
A snake in the grass. I heard that.
Whatever.
No, I'm not kidding.
I'll watch it later.
The snake is chasing two grown-ass men, and they're whining like little girls.
Just hit the fucking snake. Is it a rattlesnake? Black mamba?
Because it was going after both of them. About 20 miles an hour.
Man,
That's
if it's an anaconda, sure, run away. If it's a rattlesnake, sure, run away. I'm not friggin',
You've never confronted a snake before.
Jeff Gorwin.
Real, yeah. Okay, first off, I have dealt with gardener snakes, and those things are like, you just pick them up and you're like, hey, Mom, look what I found.
These are not gardeners.
Yeah, those are harmless.
Oh man.
Chasing two grown-ass men.
Whatever. But where was I on Rule of Rose? But with Rule of Rose, they were pulling the twistedness of the airship world with the sexual abuse and everything, and there were other themes of lesbianism between one of the kids.
I think even two.
Yeah, there was a lot of like lesbian relationships and going on due to the sexual abuse that was happening. It's like people were focused more on the controversy of young lesbians than they were of the underlying tone of sexual abuse in the game. They couldn't figure that out. And then, the game doesn't just spell it out for you. You have to figure this crap out. It's the same for Final Fantasy X. That's
both
going
genius and amazing at the same time.
So that is That's Rule of Rose, and that's why I believe Rule of Rose pulls from Silent Hill 2 in such a big way, because Pyramid Head is a manifestation of James's suppressed sexual desire.
So, and at the end of this stream, we'll get into a theory that I have that actually explains chronologically why Pyramid Head is able to be outside of Silent Hill 2.
That'll be interesting to hear.
And let's not forget, while it's very true that Pyramid Head represents James' his repression. I don't know
His
if that's a
desire to
word.
be punished.
Yeah, it's also his desire to be punished, guilt.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
not only that, but
yeah, the sexual repression, that is a big fact. That is a big factor.
Not
The
only that,
amazing-
it is also his aggression and violence. And for those who have seen, there's a music video out there that kind of follows along this subject loosely. And if you've watched it, it's called "A Lone Digger" from Caravan Palace, and it's a music video. And basically, it's about 3 furry kitties walk into a bar. They order some milk, and eventually the kitties decide to square off against the Rottweilers, and then everybody in the bar kills themselves. And the only person left standing is the sexy pole dancing horse, I guess. And it's almost like it's a very toned down version of the Fall Out Boy music video that featured Happy Tree Friends. So,
Gosh, I remember that show. That was a bizarre show.
have you seen the Fall Out Boy music video for it?
No,
It's funny.
I need to check
It's
that
funny.
out now.
It's funny.
It's funny.
But the thing is there's a line that the article, when the Caravan Palace put it out, they were basically saying stuff like, they were saying like sex is the equivalent of violence, and I kind of half disagree with them to a point, because when you get down to it, the act of sex itself is aggression. So,
I'd say it's carnal.
It is definitely carnal, but like aggression wise, it depends on basically the individuals on how much. Well, how do I say it cleanly? On how rough they want to get. Let's put it that way.
yeah. But then again, there's also the whole point of, there's this whole argument of dominance, aggressive dominance.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
true.
And
That
this all plays into my whole part of Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is violence incarnate. He is aggression incarnate. He is sexual repression turned violence incarnate. That's why I bring kind of all of this loosely tied stuff up, is to try and help paint a picture on it. And
there's a reason why almost every time you see Pyramid Head, he's having his way with one of the monsters.
Well, like, I'm glad you brought that up, because
the
I wanted to
raping
talk
of the
about
mannequin scene.
When we see that scene where like James walks in on what looks like Pyramid Head having sex with one of the monsters, if you go back and then hides in the closet, which is a bit of layeredness that I never really thought about, but if you go back and watch that in slow mo, like slowly or frame by frame, however slowly you want to watch it, if you watch it and you see Pyramid doing that, he's holding them in a sexual way, but there's no sexual activity actually going on. He's more restraining them and trying to. He's not doing anything to them.
It seems to me it's like a sexual act, but at the same time, like I said, the sexual act itself, or his aggressive way, and how he is in violence incarnate. He is violently, in a sexual looking manner, trying to shove a mannequin down a sink garbage disposal. I think that was what he was trying to do. If I remember correctly from the scene.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like I said, and it does look like the mannequin raping scene, even though you don't see it. But another thing that I see like I said, I called Pyramid Head a Freudian collage of. I mean, he carries around a big, heavy sword.
Mm-hmm.
Right then and there, that's another part of James's sexual repression. He's constantly horny all the damn time. And then when Maria shows up,
Does not help it.
boing, literally.
And it's
James
amazing
thinks
with,
Maria is hot.
like, it's
Mhm.
amazing because Maria is like, I haven't played her scenario, but like, basically, like, she's a manifestation of the town itself, made to look like a sexier, sluttier version of his wife.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. And the fact that he can leave Silent Hill with her actually just amazes me. If you
Wait.
get the proper ending.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is pretty cool since she was literally born of the town.
The thing is that there's other characters that show up in Silent Hill 2 that I just don't quite understand. I don't
Like
remember
what, Eddie?
Eddie, for one, yeah, Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't
He
remember.
was-
I don't even remember why Laura was even there.
Yeah, Laura is like, I never understood why she was there other than like she knew James's
Mary.
wife as well, Mary, and she because she's the only innocent one there, she doesn't see any monsters. It's just an empty town to her. But the thing is, she's a brat.
Isn't she also a monster too, or that you can
I
fight?
don't think she was a monster.
No.
I think she was just a normal girl. I think.
Yeah. I mean that's how innocent she is. Like she's a brat, but she's technically, but she's just being a child. So Silent Hill Silent Hill could tell like she has no need to go through trials.
Yeah.
Hey, can you share my screen again? I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull up some music that will probably be okay for the stream. But just don't pull up my screen. Just kind of leave it audio, so that way, just
I'm
leave our
not sure
faces.
how to do that.
You just did it earlier. Okay, now put it back to where our faces are just faces. Not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that. There
Like
we
this.
go. Yes.
Yes, there we go. Okay.
We're all
Cool.
learning.
That was still easier than Discord. But let's talk a little about Valtiel a little bit, because I was trying to do a little segue and we got sidetracked. But what you gonna do?
That's fine. Hey, I'm a master at sidetracking. So.
Right on, bro. So let's see, because I wrote a lot of notes yesterday, and I was like, "There's got to be an easier way." My hand was hurting me, and so I just pulled up the wiki because that's what I was copying notes from anyway. So I'll just read stuff straight from the wiki.
Let me know if this is too loud.
Maybe a little lower. Okay, there we go.
It's the Silent Hill music
Now
that
the
is done
question is,
by a couple acoustic amazing players. They did a Silent Hill acoustic medley, so might as well listen
will
to
it let me share my screen as well? And while it's sharing yours, or will it cancel you out?
I think it'll cancel me out. This is just
Okay, then I won't
it's
worry
medley.
about it.
We can talk over it, and I can lower
Okay.
the volume a bit more. It'll just be like
No,
the background.
I was basically trying to show a picture of what Valtiel looked like.
Oh, go ahead, and I will just pull up a picture myself, real quick.
Okay. Yes, do that.
Valtiel.
Yes, with a V. Valtiel. V-A-L-T-E. No, V-A-L-T-I-E-L. I'm sorry.
From the video game, right?
Yes.
Is that the liquor-looking monster?
He never really looks liquor-like to me.
Uh,
Will it? There we go. Cool.
Are we? Oh,
It-
yep, you're doing that.
Do you see this, Decker?
Looks like
Yes, I
one
can
of
see
the
it.
ghosts from 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
Looks like one of the monsters.
I
from
forgot
13
about that one.
Ghosts.
Would this be
yeah.
a better representation?
That was a good movie.
I think so. Go for it.
Yeah.
Like this right here?
Yeah.
He's on top of Pyramid Head.
That's funny.
Silent Hill has a very weird fan base in terms of the artwork.
Fun fact about Silent Hill.
What the heck?
Oh no. Do they?
Does
have...
it have its own ramen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you serious?
I had no
Actually,
idea.
that food looks pretty scrumptious. That food looks scrumptious.
This was when you ordered it. That was the ramen, right there.
Uh-huh.
And when you popped the tomato in the meat in the middle, which was like meat, right?
Yeah.
And well, they blurred it out, but it's supposed to look like guts. So
Yikes.
Wow.
Really?
So yes, that is that's what it would look like.
Oh my gosh.
It was a meat stuffed tomato with sauce, with ramen and rice and such, and
That's insane.
so yeah, there's all of that.
The thing about Vatiel is like when you see him, especially with his, I think it's the first time he like is introduced. He's like crawling on the wall, Spider-Man style, but his head is doing this weird, inhuman, fast jittering thing that for some reason they gave to the nurses. But yeah, it was very freaky when you first saw it. And he did that through all the time. He always had these weird, inhumanly fast, jerky of movement to him.
Wait, Fado.
I'm looking up. This is Centralia, Pennsylvania. So my bad.
Oh, that's the town that is very much Silent Hill based off of. To the
Wait,
point
Fatal.
that in the movie, the second movie, they tie in its story to the Silent Hill mythos.
Yep. What's up?
This is based on like video game food. Have you played the third Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater?
Yeah, I have.
No collection.
I think the only games I have that I don't have in Metal Gear Solid is Peace Walker and 4.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is
Well-
Peace Walker the one where it's a card game?
No.
Which one? I always get that one confused. There was one on the PSP.
Peace Walker is on PSP.
Well, there
But
was
it's
one
not-
on PSP.
It's not the card game one.
It's like you move around like a normal human being, but in order to perform actions, you use it. It is where the card game element comes in.
I don't know, man. I
I
have
can't remember.
I have Metal Gear Solid 1, I have Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, I have Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 5, Ground Zeroes, and The Phantom Pain.
It was very similar in function to Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance.
And then, of
Yeah.
course, Chain of Memories that came out as a remake or a HD, a remaster for PS2.
But it's like it's normal. It looks like a normal game, but in order to perform actions and stuff, you have to have cards. But apparently,
You're
I'm the
talking-
only one that remembers that.
No. You're talking about Metal Gear Acid.
That's it.
Anyway, quick little thing. You guys might remember one of the items that Big Boss. One of the healing items, instead of like the rations, you have like a calorie made to bring up your stamina. Well, apparently, it's a real thing. They're little cookies.
That's awesome.
Wait, what?
like these, one of the items in Metal Gear Solid 3, they're based on real products. They're basically vitamin cookies.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, they
wow.
do some of this.
Do they
It's-
taste good?
Oh yeah, I like them.
I mean, they kind of do the same thing with like they're always, and they will always put product placement in video games, and you know, like or they will bring products out of video games. For instance, they have like Duff soda from like The Simpsons. You know, they'll bring products out of media like that, and
Hey, funny
Well, this
story
is
about The
the team of
Simpsons.
one.
I live just an hour away from where they live. Real life in Oregon here. The creator was born here. I live an hour away from where we have up here. Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
every time they say Springfield, I'm thinking it's an hour away from our Springfield here in Illinois. So,
Good.
Well, it's here. Well, he was born here in Oregon. He was born here. In fact, I've met people who actually went to school with Matt Groening. He went to Eugene High School.
but no, like in Final Fantasy 15, they do the same thing. They bring up like they have cup noodles. Cup noodles shows up in Final Fantasy 15. They have Coleman Sporting Goods, like the tent and the chairs and such. American Express even makes an appearance. I mean, they bring up a lot of little product placement sort of things.
Yep.
That's your other doggy.
Yes. This is the Mighty Thor. He lost his hammer.
My dog is right there.
Hello, little Thor.
He wants me to
Hello,
go to bed.
guy.
No, I'm not bed yet.
No,
The
Silent
little
like,
Zeus is in here somewhere.
but Silent Hill 2 has always been very like the one game that has stuck with me the most. Really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me just. Me and Knight were talking about this. Are you gonna be like bringing like video game figures and stuff on, like when we were doing his podcast on last Friday?
I don't have a lot of game figures. To be honest, the only one I have is like a red Tunic Link that's never been unopened because I think it was my girlfriend that bought it for me at the time. I think it was a birthday present. Now the thing is, if he ends up doing a figure showcase with Asia Clan, I will come over to his house and break in and steal it. I absolutely will.
Well, you want to share my screen real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, these are the guys with Ether. Please follow their stuff. They do a lot of medley songs and stuff, like Ace Combat and stuff. But this is here's a Pyramid Head figure.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, he's $110.
Roughly worth it. It's
My
very
God, they even have
detailed.
those weird bugs too.
Is,
Oh my
is
gosh,
this
those
custom
bugs were
made?
freaky.
Is this
That's-
custom made or is this from a company?
I think this is custom made,
It looks custom made.
but it looks badass for being custom
Yeah, that's
made.
what I thought.
Um,
Oh yeah, I like custom made figure. In fact, I have a Chucky Charles Lee Ray custom made figure. Really
here's
nice.
another one.
That one's pretty gnarly.
That's Pyramid Head? Oh wow.
Yeah. Did you not know what Pyramid Head looked like, Tony?
Yeah, I know who a Pyramid Head looked like. I played Silent Hill 2 a long time ago.
Yeah, that second one
He's yelling at me.
looks
You
like
need
it
to
fell
go-
right out.
You need to
That second one
go
you showed
bop him
us
on the head, Thor.
looks like it fell right out of the game.
Terrifying.
Well, since we're talking about Pyramid Head, I might as well tell y'all my theory that ties him in chronologically with the rest of his appearances outside of Silent Hill 2. Now, for this to be able for this theory to be able to work, the water ending has to be the canonical ending. Do you know what the water ending is? Fatal?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Decker does, Fatal doesn't. So basically for this to work, the water ending has to be the canonical ending, which basically is James takes his wife's dead body, puts it in the car with him, which theoretically, there's been theories that her body has been in the trunk of the car the whole game. But he basically drives into the lake and commits suicide by the lake and drowns himself in the car. Well, for my theory, for this to work, that has to be the actual ending. And basically, the town says, no, you learned your lesson, but you're not getting off that easily. So it basically takes James Sutherland and literally turns him into Pyramid Head. And that's why we see him in the arcade game, because that's his first appearance as an actual Pyramid Head. And he's still getting used to his powers, his abilities, whatever. And then in his I think his second appearance is Homecoming, and so he's essentially fulfilling the same role, but he's like, you know what? I'm having to do to you what this guy did to me when I was here, but I'm gonna be a little uh, easier on you. I'm not gonna pursue you all the time. I'll give you a little bit of mercy. That's why he's only in there in like 2 scenes. In what other scene? What other games was he in? He was in Downpour for a joke ending, so that doesn't really count. Was he in any other games? I can't quite remember. Those are the 2 big ones that I personally remember him being outside of Silent Hill 2. But it basically, the town is saying, I'm gonna turn you into my own little guardian, punisher, warden kind of character now.
Oh, hey, just to add to it,
Mhm.
the idea. I have like a little thing that kind of supports your theory. I think this comes from. I think this comes from Origins. I can't. I'll look it up just to like double check. Let's see.
That's news. I know y'all want.
Okay, I think. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's if it's not Origins, it's another Silent Hill game.
With
where,
the butcher
what
or the boogeyman?
the not no, I know about the boogeyman and the butcher.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not confusing them.
Okay.
But and like there was like an ending where like I think it's Travis from Origins. I can't remember exactly. There's at least one that okay, I'm sure if you look for it, you can find it. There's an ending where one of the characters actually gets transformed into a pyramid head.
Yes, it's in Homecoming. What was the? Is it Jacob that's the main character of Homecoming? What's that dude's name? The army vet. He's the main character in Homecoming.
Yeah.
There's an ending, a bad ending you can get where he's turned into a pyramid head.
Yeah, the in Homecoming that's Alex. Yeah.
Alex. Okay. Why did I think it was Jacob? Hmm. But yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And if you freeze frame it, you can see on the inside there's spikes in that helmet, which can kind of lends to why Pyramid Head in number 2 moaned and groaned like he was in pain all the time.
So that's kind of like a potential theory, not just like not just a theory on what happened to James Sutherland, but like anyone else who's like bad enough to where they get punished to become a new warden or
Mhm.
Punisher.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I completely forgot about that. So I completely forgot about that. And so
Well, glad to be of service. I'm glad you remember the actual game
yes.
because I knew.
Well, I bought that game at a store at the mall that's not even there anymore. I can't remember the name of the store, but I bought that there because I saw it was there, and I played it, and I was just like, it's okay.
Although unseen, the Boogeyman makes himself known to Alex Shepard in the game's introductory level. Alchemilla Hospital. His first action is to murder the doctor, who wheels Alex into the operation theater. As the player progresses through the hospital, the grinding noise can be heard periodically. Presumably, this is the Boogeyman dragging his knife across the floor. And as the first level ends, Alex enters the elevator following his brother. As it comes to a stop, the Boogeyman's knife plunges through the still closed elevator door toward Alex. The scene then transitions to a truck cab and an awakened Alex, revealing that he was dreaming.
It's very funny because someone once said that Homecoming was trying very hard to be the movies, and you play through the game, and you're in certain times in the game, you're like, yeah, I can see that. Right down where it steals the other world and transition into the other world straight out of the first movie, which I thought was kind of cool. I like that transition.
I'll be right back.
Well, Pyramid Head shows up in Silent Hill Homecoming only twice as so-called the Executioner, the Boogeyman. Silent Hill. Okay, James Sutherland's Pyramid Head appears in a joke ending in Silent Hill Downpour.
Yes, a birthday cake. He chops a birthday cake and the table it's on in half. Then I can't remember if there's any other appearances he had. I know
Pyramid Head appears as a boss in the rail shooter Silent Hill the arcade. Yes. His appearance is reminiscent of Silent Hill 2 Incarnation, but the knife is a wide-edged blade. In Brookhaven Hospital, he is surrounded by hundreds of creepers. Pyramid Head appears in the PS Vita Dungeon Crawler Book of Memories as the type of enemy, and are hostile to the protagonist. The player can wield his great knife and great spear as a weapon, as well as wear Pyramid Head's helmet as an accessory. Pyramid Head appears in the Pasha Slot adaptation of Silent Hill 2.
I can't remember if this was for PS2 or PS3.
Guest appearances.
I think this was for PS3. It was like an early online community thing for the PS3 specifically, where like you could have your own avatars, create your own house or whatever. It's basically Sims for the PSN for your but like online. It was basically virtual chat without the virtual helmet before that was even a thing. And I remember buying a Pyramid Head outfit for my avatar.
Okay. Silent Hill Homecoming by Double Helix Games wanted to explore the nature of Pyramid Head. The Boogeymen are the embodiment of the myth that parents used to control their children. Jason Allen also referred to the Boogeyman as the assertion of the activities going on in the town of Shepherd's Glen. The myth is perpetuated by a nursery rhyme warning children that if they do not obey their parents, the Boogeyman will inflict punishment onto them. Throughout the game, the Boogeymen never attack Alex Shepard, targeting his sinful parents instead. It is unknown what Pyramid Head looks like underneath the helmet. Masahiro Ito stated that he never designed Pyramid Head's face, but had an idea of a binded someone's head with many frames at the time of creating him. He clarified that the hidden face does not mean without a face, and that he hopes players can see him as another, and that he hopes that players can see him as an other James. However, he has refused to reveal what the character truly looks like underneath the helmet, believing that it is more effective to leave it to the player's imagination.
Mhm.
He added that he knows what the character looks like underneath the helmet, even though he chooses not to reveal it. An ending in Silent Hill Homecoming depicts two boogeymen transforming Alex Shepard into one of them, indicating that the boogeymen, or the boogeyman iterations of Pyramid Head could be those who are wronged in the town's history. However, Ito has stated that the Pyramid Heads are not men, but creatures.
Cool. It's a very fascinating enemy that apparently has stood the test of time with people's fascination to him.
In Silent Hill Betrayal, Pyramid Head is once again interpreted, this time as a servant of Valtiel, a guardian, and the bringer of righteous vengeance and justice. As Sean Jost explains it, it is not the same Pyramid Head is in any of the games, but rather a new antagonist that is within the helmet. You can find a lot of stuff on the fandom wikis of video games. You know,
It's amazing. A little movie trivia for you. The guy that played Pyramid Head in the first movie was on stilts and was naked underneath that thing, to the point where the actresses kind of laugh because here in front he's all intimidating, but you turn around and then they would see his butt. But the guy who played him was actually the stunt coordinator.
I remember watching the special features on the Silent Hill DVD I rented. I actually, like I said, I loved the first movie. I thought it was really good. However, there is a couple of underlying features, such as the creepy janitor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the creepy there's a lot of things that were insinuated in the film that just made you cringe, you know?
Yeah, like it's not outright stated, but it's easy to pick up on. And when you pick up on it, you just can't help but be like, ugh.
And so I was left with the belief that when Alessa, no, yes. Wait.
Because in this, it's almost like insinuated that it's an actual entity that went to Alessa. Because in the game, at least the original, she wasn't burnt as a sacrifice. She was burnt from a boiler explosion in her house. But she was a powerful sidekick, so that had to do with why things were getting messed up in the town. But in the movie, it's implied that like an evil entity basically came to her.
She was a witch. Witch! Burn her as a witch! Burn her! Yeah, like she was a witch and stuff, and for some strange reason, what I don't understand is why they felt the need to put the rapey janitor in there, you know what I mean?
To make you cringe.
Obviously. But then it kind of draws suspicion of when, of course, you know, Heather Mason in the movie is actually Sharon, who is actually Alessa's daughter. And I'm like, so does that mean the janitor is the father?
That'd be freaky.
So,
I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's very, very, very weird. I mean, you've got and basic. And the girl who played, she played three characters throughout the film. The girl who in Silent Hill, she played three characters. She played the devil, then she played Alessa, and then of course she played Sharon. So she played.
Was that what it was? Is that what that was supposed to be? It was supposed to be the devil.
The person, the person who had the messed up like hair, the gritty face, the fucked up teeth, and stuff. You had she like the girl who had come closer to. If you remember correctly, when I think they're in like the attic or whatever. No, scratch that.
They're in a destroyed building or something.
It's the final, not the crumbling building, but the final scene in the church, right?
Mhm.
Where Alessa comes up,
Yeah,
and she's dancing in the blood and the guts, and she's
yeah.
climbing up the ladder, and then of course you have Rhoda Mitchell's character holding Sharon, and she's like, "Don't look, baby, don't look." But the girl that walks up is supposedly the devil. So
we also had like what was essentially supposed to be the burnt body strapped to the bed that was tearing everyone apart.
That was also Alessa, I believe, but I don't think that was the same actor or actress.
Okay.
That played her, because it just didn't look it. I think that was an older. First off, you got to realize like later on down the line. Oh, God, I have to rewatch the movie again. I really do have to rewatch the movie again to see what that is, because essentially, I think it took place either 10 or 20 years prior, but maybe no, it's probably 10 years prior that the city burned. But before the city burned, I think Alessa, I think she got pregnant by the janitor. And then she was burned, but she still survived. But supposedly a coal fire happened. No, wait a minute. God, I really have to watch.
I think they did a few retcons in the movies.
Exactly. So it kind of got, because if you remember the detective, he was the one who pulled her with his hands while he wears the gloves. He's the one who pulled the body off the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, but at the same time, there's the so-called coal fires are burning and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things going on in there. They're saying, but I'm guessing that is what caused the coal fires to expand. The fires that burned her caused the big burn down of the building or whatever, and it continued on from there. Like it was like a hotel or something. But so I think Sharon is actually the daughter of the janitor, the creepy, rapey janitor. So,
well,
and
isn't that nice?
Alessa was just a normal girl, and she was ostracized just because she was like the social outcast, you know?
Yeah, and for no reason, really.
So sorry, I was performing CPR on my soul. Nah.
Something's leaking out of you.
No, get back in there.
Real quick, I have to go, pee. Like real quick, so I'll be right back.
Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and end it, because I actually got to get the dogs to bed.
Man, that was very short. We've only streamed for about an hour. We need some more. We got to get some more talking.
Okay.
I'll hold off my pee.
Okay, no, go ahead.
I gotta get some more content on this, man.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, what else is there? Silent Hill wise, we need more.
Silent Hill. What stories would we like to see them do in future Silent Hill games if they were to make them?
Oh, gosh. Well, first off, I would really like to see the ideas for PT, and including Allison Road, which was technically the so-called spiritual successor to PT before it got canceled. So I'd really like to see some PT, because the ideas for PT were so like disturbing. The babies in the hanging fridge. I mean, and then you got the eraser head monster that shows up in the sink. I mean, they were like, it was incredible with how crazy they were. and the endless hallways, and of course the weird creepy monster that would just show up out of nowhere. You know,
The fact that it was going to be made by oh
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro and Hiro Kojima. I don't know if I said that right, but the fact
it's
that it was
Guillermo del Toro. Del Toro, yeah. So
Del
Guillermo
Toro.
del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you. He got it.
Guillermo del
the fact that it was going to be made by
Hideo
those two
Kojima.
people. It was guaranteed to be a horror masterpiece. Though, like we would never have seen before, and apparently we will never see to begin with.
JJ Wilson, sup?
JJ.
I actually want a 3-hour fateful Silent Hill movie. Like, just make it 3 hours just to make all the
You know
fans
what?
happy.
I mean,
I
at
don't
this
care
point,
if they're gonna say it's too long.
Now there is a Silent Hill
I want a
film
faithful
that has been out.
adaptation.
There's a Silent Hill film that's been out for a while, and I've been trying to get my hands on this Silent Hill film. Do you mind if I show you a trailer of
Go
it?
for it. Go
All
for
right,
it.
let me see here.
Sure.
Sure.
We can make our own Silent Hill movie, guy.
This isn't the Vic Mignogna one, is it?
Make it 100.
No.
Really? So there was a third Silent Hill movie?
This was a fan done Silent Hill.
Gotcha.
Really?
Is it not there?
No, it's here. Give me a second. This is like the first 13 minutes. But this is literally what it looks like.
Gareth Morgan, the creator of Silent Hill Requiem.
Silent Hill.
Now,
That's pretty cool.
I like the special effects, but I just don't know if it's really all that good.
It looks cheap, but it's trying its hardest. So that
I like
it.
it. It's simplistic. It looks genuine.
Outdoor world. People are so masters. Now our friends coming in this place, we can buy some balsam. Now you don't get what the main important Now this man is something he's got to go back to 2001. Murder of Mr. Harry Mason. No report was outstretched. Our witnesses claim to contain monster from the Congress party. Not with his daughter. It was later seen after the remote town.
Oh, that's cool. Oh. That's awesome.
I feel like they're trying to like be very
Dark. Oh wow.
So the question,
Oh, that'll bring a crossover that I'd love to see.
Heather. So who's this man?
Yeah, they have a lot of weird things here. I mean, I'm not going to show obviously the whole thing. I'm probably just going to jump around real quick.
Never move through this town on.
Like, it's supposedly very, it's got this gritty feel to it that I really like, you know?
Yeah, and with Silent Hill, you want to look gritty.
This is supposedly the third. Yeah. and Henry Townsend find themselves back in Silent Hill to deal with the nightmare once again. So that's what the plot is.
That's very interesting.
Yep.
This has been like an ongoing project for a while.
Each waking moment is.
Oh, hello. Fan service.
And here you are. Perhaps this is your normal.
Ooh, I like it.
There's a reason I like Heather so much. Are you for real?
This is the trailer, official trailer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these, like the backgrounds and stuff, I really like those so far.
Come here, Thor. Wait, is that supposed to be Henry in the white from 4?
I guess so.
Red Pyramid Head.
Yeah, the original, right?
Silent Hill has broken free of its boundaries. It's spreading over the entire world.
Oh, cool.
But what does that have to do with me? Or with him?
Because of you.
This has nothing to do with me. James!
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, James. It's me.
You belong with us. And you know it. In my experience, it always comes back to one person.
The cult. They did all this.
This town is aware.
Okay, let me just point out that the acting makes me want to stab pencils in my ears. That other than that, it is a pretty cool sort of
Production.
Yeah.
like
The fact that they're saying
it's-
that the power of Silent Hill is spreading throughout the entire world, that's a
nice
cool
concept.
concept.
that
That is
is
a very cool concept.
okay. What was the other movie?
I think Vic Mignogna's is Shattered Dreams.
Restless Dreams.
Restless Dreams. I knew it was something dream. But I didn't even know they had a trailer for it.
It's in the private chat.
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of games. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. And then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I was complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway.
Real quick, I feel like that thing, that tape that they played in the beginning, I think that was from PT.
I know. I think so too.
But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
Or it's based on it.
Hush.
Oh, I love how dark it is. That is just absolutely creepy.
It's really cool.
I know, right?
I saw the nurse.
Practical effects for the win.
Woo! Vic Mignogna! Okay.
Vic. This would be.
I want to have a theatrical release.
That would be really cool. My question is, I wonder how long this movie's runtime will be. That's my question: is what is the runtime for this fan film going to be? I will be right back, and I'm going to take my dog's potty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all can talk amongst yourselves and keep the audience entertained while I take care of the animals real quick.
Real quick, I guess I'll pull up some more with Ether stuff real quick while I go to the restroom.
Okay.
Goodbye, Roman feet.
Blah, blah, blah.
Ads.
And now your musical accompaniment.
Right.
By
Enjoy some with Ether real quick. I'm gonna head to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, this ought to be good.
I think you like this. Oh, ads.
I hate that too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does.
Yep. And for anyone saying, why not use ad block? Well, we want to support the creators that deserve it. If you can't do Patreon, you gotta at least let one ad play.
Let me tell you one thing about With Ether. I think With Ether is more faithful to the opening theme than Netflix is with the opening theme.
Oh yeah, of course they are. I like.
I think it's time to go to see. Get everybody in the stuff together.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, let's take.
Anything sound familiar, Wildman?
They're playing my theme song. Cowboy Bebop, dude. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, by the way, Wild Man.
Oh, it gets better.
Wild Man, the Netflix adaptation is going to be a sequel to the original series.
No. Vicious
Spike died.
Spike died.
How does that work? How are they going to explain that?
That's what they
Well, that
say.
explains why. If it's a sequel, that explains why Ed is not in it.
Well, if I remember wrong, didn't Ed kind of leave? Or
yeah, but Ed also took Ian with
she
her.
did.
So,
yeah.
so the fact that Ian's back makes no sense.
Why did Ed leave? I don't remember.
I hope it's not. That's just a rumor. That's just a rumor, though.
I don't remember. Why did Ed leave them?
Because of her dad. She wanted to be with her dad again, I think.
Nope. She went on her own journey.
No. It was a long time since I've watched Cowboy.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it now because I don't remember why she left and why would you leave, kind of thing.
It's been 4 years since I last watched Bebop.
Well, I have the movie and the series, and I was just I don't remember why Ed left. But why would you leave that group? Well, it did kind of fall apart when Spike left, so I could, but I don't know. That whole show towards the end just got bittersweet.
The ending was perfect in my opinion.
Yeah, it just got bittersweet towards the closer to the end that it got.
Want to meet someone?
Well, the show's a tragedy, so it makes sense. Spike dying.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Oh.
One more song here. You'll actually see their true talent with this one.
Love that logo.
No, that's to me. They're some of their true talent, really.
It's pretty darn cool.
Is this one of them?
P2 control facilities have been destroyed. We did it! We stopped the P2 launch! We're gonna be rich! situation. Cypher, PJ, stand by.
For those of you who did not know, that was Johnny and Bosch.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I hear it. No.
I can hear it now.
Cool.
Oh, and that was Yuri Lowenthal. Anybody play Ace Combat? Am I the only one who's a big fan?
I think I dabbled in it at one point, but I don't think I got far into it.
I'm sure I played at least one of the games.
I'm a big fan of Ace Combat. That's eventually what's going to be my my next title eventually.
Oh, okay.
Of doing deep dive on. But I just need to play through it again. So I'll be pulling out my other chair.
Isn't it built for the Ace Combat games? That chair?
No, I built it. I'll show you what I talked about when I built it. I mean, might have to do some modifications on it. Can you go ahead and put my big ugly mug full screen?
Oh, it's not too big. It's not that bad for looking
My
like
better
a young
looking
Sean
Sean Schemmel face, okay?
Does he look like him though, guys? Am I
was
crazy?
about to say I'm sorry, but you look like Sean Schimmel. He looks like
me.
Sean Schimmel. I can
But
see
he
it.
pulled it off very nicely.
What's really funny is my real name is Sean.
That's funny. No, that is funny.
That's awesome.
I can see it, but Sean or Fatal here, he's one of a kind. And I'm not
I
just
dig
trying
the
to...
long. I
So
do dig
Sean's
the long hair. I
look-alike.
think that's cool. The long curly hair.
Oh man, that's awesome. So I wasn't crazy for once.
No, I can see it. I just didn't want to say anything because I didn't know if he would like it or not. Oh,
he
I thought he
didn't
was
like
going
it
to
the very
bring an
first
axe
time I
or
ever
something.
said it. He actually left the stream we were in and then came back. It's super
was
funny.
gonna bring an
It's been
axe.
our joke ever since.
Hey, I gotta get up early in the morning, so I can only be here for like about 15 more minutes.
That's kind of how I am too, because I actually have to end the stream soon because I have to get up early in the morning.
I'm going to leave in the
Go ahead and put my big ugly mug big screen real fast.
Is that how?
Nope, not it.
Nope.
Getting warmer.
I think I have to click my face.
Oh. Nope, that know it.
His face, not his pecs.
Well,
not his biceps. Not his manly shoulders.
I'm actually going to stop. Hold on a second. I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to have you put my... Because I think that's what's causing it. So,
okay.
Yeah, now you can click on me. Like how you did the screen share.
Okay. No, that'll remove you. I don't want to remove you. Nope. Wait. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. I figured it out.
Second, I'm going to need another tool for this demonstration real quick.
Tool away. That's a group, you know. I am learning today.
And learning is half the battle.
All right, so I built this chair.
What is?
I built this chair, right? See these right here?
Yes.
Yep.
What to do with the things right here. So I built these little platforms out of like electrical parts and such and wood.
Ooh.
So what they would
What
do
the
is
heck?
I would put them on like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one might be a bit harder to do, but I put them on there like this. Oh, no, they work just fine. And what would result
Oh, that's genius. So it makes you look like you're actually in a feel like you're actually in a cockpit.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
That's super genius.
And with the now, when you see these screws here, with these
Yes.
Mhm.
screws they actually connect to this, right?
Right.
To help keep them in
So-
place.
Yeah, I can hook them in place.
Oh, that's pretty darn
Nice.
cool.
I mean, and it's not hanging on all the way, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
So, and they don't fit all of them. Like I actually had to work on them, but yeah. So you'll see me play Ace Combat. I'm going to be in this chair. This is my flight chair. So
That's really
awesome.
darn cool.
that I built myself. I actually bought a bunch of leather and reupholstered the chair myself. So
If that's not dedication, I don't know what is.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted to play comfortably my Ace Combat games. So eventually, I will be doing a stream on Ace Combat again. I think what I might do is get back into streaming some Ace Combat. So you're gonna see me like this a lot.
That's super cool.
So,
Very nice.
but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Eventually, I'll be doing some Ace Combat with the lore. Get these off before I get wrapped up and tangled in the wires. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. I actually have this is my Ace Combat 7 flight stick for the Xbox One. Probably should have gotten one for the PlayStation 4 too. I actually like this flight stick. I have other flight sticks too. Put these somewhere down there, and hopefully I won't step on them.
Ouch. That would hurt.
But yeah, I'm gonna move this back to its little spot over there by the wall.
What you laughing at?
I'm so retarded.
So this is
I've
my
been caressing.
this is my T-Flight HOTUS flight stick with Thrustmaster. I don't like it.
I've been caressing Fatal's hair with the mouth. And when he turned around, I just slapped his butt with the cursor. I don't know if anyone picked that up or not. I don't know.
I don't.
Thought it was so funny.
Xbox 360 Ace Combat 6 flight sticks.
They look nice.
They're actually pretty filthy. Look at this thing. This is exactly what it looks like when I first got it.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh. So it's seen some action.
Yes.
I just wanted to make it awkward.
Oh my god! Well, you did.
I also have my
knowing Fatal, he would have
PS2
just
flight
ran
stick.
with it.
I would have ran with it. I have my PlayStation 2 flight sticks. They're up on the shelf, which I'm not going to move. And then I have one more.
Like,
guess what these are?
Famicom.
I know. titties. I'm just kidding.
No, it's not
Are they
that much.
for? Are they from?
No, this is my PlayStation 1.
Okay, I was about to say they look PlayStation.
Yeah, do you not know how hard these were to get? I paid roughly
I'd say
$120
incredibly
for
hard.
these on eBay.
Fatal, you need to tell them about the Asia Clan incident that you and I had.
Oh boy.
I mean, do you remember?
Wait. I just got a question. Are both of y'all from the same area? I'm just really curious.
No, otherwise we'd be hanging out almost nonstop.
Which would be very scary for all involved.
Where are you from, Sean? I'm curious.
I am from Illinois.
Oh, really? You're from Chicago?
Hell no. I'm not living in that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You could take it off my mug now.
Okay.
I'm from Oregon, and
It's
no,
so
I'm not from Portland.
Nice to look at.
Well, apparently you like to caress my hair with your mouse and poke my butt with it too. So, I'm just trying to keep you from virtually sexually assaulting me. Okay.
Too late. No. The conversation we had, we were flirting back and forth for whatever reason. I don't know, but he just poses the question. He goes, "Would you get with me if I dressed up as Asia Clan?" And I was just like, "I'd have to think about it, but if you bought me dinner first, probably."
Actually, that was for the context of that, you actually have to go back to one of the many early episodes of Knights of the Anime Table if you're brave enough to sift through hours upon hours upon hours of awesomeness.
Yeah, those things can go for a complete and total day.
They're like,
hey guys, look, I made blank and Eddie. Look, even has this. Go ahead, that was random. Go ahead. Just want to make the audience.
Sorry,
laugh.
I'm just like he showed a pretty pink Woody up on screen. So,
it's an eraser.
No, there's the other Asia Clan incident that there was where I was like, I'm thinking about setting up my own little thing where this is before I started the Final Fantasy deep dive thing that we were doing for a while, which we do need to finish that so I can start moving on to other stuff.
Yes, we do.
Yes, Monday, Tuesday, somewhere around there. Please, let's do something.
I'm free most days. It just depends on if Decker's free.
I was actually planning on finishing it off myself, but last week, however, things got pretty hectic around here, so I just couldn't do it. I was like, whatever, I'll just put it off till next time. But there's another time where I was trying to think of my idea, and I asked him, I was like, well, I was kind of starting up with an idea of what kind of topics we should cover, whether it's political or cultural or what do you prefer on your futa, balls or no balls? And he's like, what's a futa? And then I basically said, I'm going to corrupt you. I said, I'm going to corrupt you right here, right freaking now. And I showed him a picture of Asia Clan with a gigantic penis and gigantic balls too.
I'll put it this way: I was never more sexually confused in all my life, in just a few moments.
Oh no, you did. Remember when I showed you that? Remember I showed you that character from ReZero? You couldn't believe that was interesting. Ferris the cat.
Ferris. I was just like,
wait. Ferris or Felix? Which one's Felix?
Ferris.
He's both. His real name is Ferris, but his nickname is Felix. He goes by both. He goes by both.
I know Felix. And then let's not forget we've got the Astaflo, all right? Or the
yeah.
however you pronounce it.
And then days later,
there's this character from Steins Gate that looks just like a chick, and it's funny because he has a girlfriend. And I showed Victor, and he was all like, "What woman would get with that?"
and
let's not forget Hideyoshi from Baka and Test. That shit was funny.
Oh my gosh! Like, and then Fatal tells me days later that apparently we have a fan base that shipped us together.
Yeah, I actually later found out that was a total you and your plank. I actually found out that later that was a total.
This is a guy.
Oh my gosh, I remember that one.
This is a guy, and he has a girl. And the funny thing is, he has a girlfriend.
Well, it's the hair. It's the freaking face and hair.
And the eyes.
What were you trying to say, Fatal?
What I was trying to say was, I'm trying to... What?
The fan that shipped us together.
Oh, yes. It turns out that fan thing was actually just a lie from people that they were telling me. It was like, oh, we made that up. Really? Why you got to mess with us like that?
Let us have that. That's so funny.
Let us have some comedy with that. You had to lie. You had to lie to me about that. I was ready to make a whole freaking fake series about it. All right, like where we just kind of play off of each other like that. I was ready for it.
Because it would have gotten to the point where every stream we're on, we're just constantly flirting back and forth just to screw with the fan base.
It would have been funny.
It would have been.
Funny.
I thought it was funny.
Hey, we're laughing.
Not as funny as your reaction after I sent the Aisha picture to you.
Oh no,
that was hilarious.
The Aisha picture that will not be named.
It's just like, what did you do to my woman?
You know what? I will be happy to post the picture link in chat, private chat, if you guys just want to check it out.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
It was something to behold. Let's put it like that. I was just like, I just texted back. I was like, what the frick is this?
Hold on a sec. Let me see what exactly you texted back real quick. I can redo the whole conversation. I'm on Twitter right now. So messages, where you at? Load, come on, load. Victor Wildman. Let's see if they have them all the way up.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go.
Don't show it on stream. I know how tempting it is. Just resist.
I think he's just gonna read it.
No, I know. I just had to say it.
All right. Okay. So this is the first of the conversation. Do you know if we're doing Anime Nights podcast tonight? And I go, I'm not sure. He might be sleeping now. Okay, just checking because I haven't been on there. So I was wondering, how have you been? Busy as usual. I'm going to try and do a test stream for my channel tomorrow. By the way, that's me. Hi. Wildman. Okay, cool. You can send me a link to your channel. What do you have in mind for it? Simply put, in-depth discussions about various topics, ranging from politics, anime, games, balls or no balls, futanari. I can't believe that's an actual discussion. In parentheses. Oh god, that's so funny.
Thank you.
Sweet. If you have guests, I'd love to be on. Dumb question. What's futanari? I go, oh, this one's not sent. I go, best you just look it up. It says not sent. See the red dot right there?
Yes.
Oh my god. And I go, so it goes, I'm going to ruin you right now. And then I post the gigantic picture, which we will skip.
Oh, wow, man!
Comedy
You gotta
rates
send me
suck,
those
Bill.
texts.
This is the
You
gift
gotta
he
text.
sends me.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Like,
And
I'm
then I
greedy.
go, he goes, okay. And then I go, Futanari. And I go, ruined yet? And he's like, thank you for that. With this one.
You mother.
And then I go, are you disgusted or turned on? I can't tell. I'm definitely not turned on, that's for sure. I hope you're getting a laugh out of this. And I go, not even conflicted? And then I go, I am getting a laugh out of this.
Well, I question my sanity. Well, I'm questioning my sanity right now.
Knowing how I feel about Aisha Clan, you'd think, lol. And I'm like, the picture itself is a bit extreme on a size. And that's the end of that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be happy to pull up the picture. I got it right here. It's actually up.
Victor, man, you're getting exposed.
I mean, it was an honest conversation and me just being myself. So.
He wasn't watching Nick Furcada, so it'll had to.
Now you have
no. I'm just an absolute anime degenerate. So I mean, let me show you how much of an anime degenerate.
I was just best. These kind of stories are best when they're just some normal random interaction.
Let me tell you how much of an anime degenerate.
Oh God, you have a waifu pet.
No.
Ichizoku
I know
reviewers.
this one. You showed me this.
Oh, you have
I
that
have it
on DVD?
Yep, it's actually.
Oh,
like
I thought you were gonna have the whole.
This is the whole series.
box set of High School DxD.
Oh no, I don't
no,
even
that's me. No, that's me.
Oh shit! That's the show you watch when you're all alone by yourself.
That's
on a
the.
cold
I have the
winter's
story.
night.
There you go.
How do you get those, man? Those are expensive. I've seen them on eBay for like $200.
Whoa!
What?
Like, is that good?
These
I
I bought
think
really
they're
recently.
pretty
Give
rare.
me just a second. Give me just a second. These okay? eBay. I'll tell you how much I paid for these. Maybe I got them on Amazon, but
they're pretty expensive.
That's where I would go first. is
purchases.
Amazon. How much? Oh, $30. That's not bad.
For both of them.
Oh
eBay.
shoot! Okay, I'm looking. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking up the wrong series. There was another series on eBay that was worth that much money. Fate
Tony, I love
Stay
you.
Night. It's impossible to get that series on DVD.
Which one?
Well, like the funny thing with High School
Fate
DxD
Stay Night,
is
and
after watching it, I was like, yeah, that's the show.
oh shit! How did you
Evangelion.
get the Platinum Edition, dude?
I've had
How
this-
did you get?
That's his absolute favorite
I
show.
bought this at Walmart like when I was in the 8th grade. I'm 30 now.
Dude, I've seen those go for over $1,000 on Amazon
Well, he
and
bought
on
it when
eBay.
it was brand new.
Holy shit!
He bought
This
it
was at
when it was
Walmart
brand
for
new.
like.
Oh my
This was at Walmart for like $40, and guess what?
You got
It
it.
goes since it's
You
used.
picked it up
goes
before
for
without a
$230.
Holy crap! Okay, Sean, we're gonna have to talk about Evangelion on one stream. Like you and me get together and talk about it, because
I'll get
ask
there so
Victor.
I can
I am
get
a huge
schooled.
freak. I have the manga. I have the movies.
Ooh,
There's
Rule of
Rule of
Rose.
What is that?
It's
Rule
Rule
of
of
Rose.
Rose.
Oh,
I bought it for 19 or for about $20. Guess how much a used copy goes for on eBay?
300 to
Like
400
300?
at least.
$500.
I was close.
Whoa.
Are you
You were
serious?
close.
Yeah, it's the most expensive game, PS2 game.
Give me
Because
give me
of
just a
reputation
second.
and
Hold on a
rarity.
second. Hold on a second. We're gonna do another thing that we did on Night Stream real quick. We're gonna share screen, and I'm gonna go eBay real quick.
Okay. I
We're gonna
remember
have some
what you're
fun.
doing.
Oh my god.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Because anime used to be expensive, but now it's even more. Especially the series are out of print, like the
Yeah,
ADV,
like
DVDs.
the early 2000 series. Yeah, those.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy
There's a reason
cannoli.
that it costs that much too.
You seeing it?
How could we not?
I'm seeing.
I got more. I got more. Hold on.
To have to be in order to get that.
Hold on a second. Let me pull out a couple of
Oh my god. Oh my. Dude, I am still amazed on that ADV Evangelion box set. I'm even jealous. I feel like breaking into its house.
Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having fun? I'm having fun.
Oh shit, he's right here. He's listening.
Wait, what?
Oh no, he didn't hear what I said. He put the alarm on. He heard what I said. He's gonna put the alarm on for me. No, he's in Illinois. He can shoot me.
I do have one.
He does. He showed me. I have seen
I have
it.
3 of them. But if you ask nicely, I may just let you in and just hang out and chill. Alrighty.
Oh no.
This is Sakura Wars. So Long, My Love.
Like one of the
PlayStation
original?
2.
Let me there we go.
Oh crap. That's
They're hot.
Let's see how much it goes for on eBay real quick, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Tony is losing his mind.
It should be $500. I'm laughing.
Not nearly as bad, but still. You can tell.
Actually, okay, maybe it's a lot cheaper than I expected.
Oh, it might be the. I think it's because you're looking at the Nintendo Wii version.
Oh, I know that one.
Valerians.
Which I also have.
Yeah, it's classified as a Resident Evil clone, but like, you're essentially playing as a humanoid monster. Like, you take the role as the monster essentially.
Yeah, you play the role as a Galarian, by the way, who has psychic abilities, and he relies on drugs to keep those psychic abilities, and he also relies on drugs to keep those psychic abilities in check.
Mm-hmm.
What else here? So Galarian's Ash, I also have.
Do you have Slayers?
Hell no. Oh, not bad, but I have it. I have Galarian's Ash as well used. So,
Oh,
Also-
okay. Galarian's Ashes isn't too bad. Like $40.
Xeno Saga.
So episode 3, which I currently have used, can go up to $250.
Wow.
Episode 2, which is one of my favorites, not nearly that much. And I also have episode 1 as well. And not nearly that much either.
As a matter of fact, talking about
yeah,
Evangelion,
dude,
there's one going up
this
for
actually
120.
reminds me, there's a game that's only been released in Japan that is part of the disaster games, but like you're running like each scenario, you're a character that has to survive by a natural disaster, but in this one, you're trying to survive to get out of the city while a kaiju attack is happening. There's one level where it's Ultraman, there's one level where it's Godzilla, and there's a level where it's Evangelion. So Tony, you would love that game.
Okay, someone bought a platinum DVD that was going for $220. I was gonna buy it, but someone already bought it.
Tony, there's a disaster game that one of the levels you have to escape the city. A kaiju attack is happening, but it's Evangelion monsters.
Are you? Oh shit! The Angels? That's awesome.
Yes. The only problem is it's never been released outside of Japan. But I have heard from Monster Island buddies that you can order it from Japan, and it is one of the few games that will actually work on the U.S. PlayStation 4s.
All right, Uzumaki, here you go.
Oh,
I have
someone's actually selling Evangelion champagne.
Champagne? Wait, what is that? Is that Karen?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Corinne.
Karen
And
was pretty awesome.
I have the one DVD, Volume 1 of Corinne. Karen. And I really would like to get this series to finish it off.
Wait.
However, by the looks of it, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it.
My question is the manga over? Did they finish the manga? Because I know that the anime ends differently than the manga. Very differently.
Hey, Fatal. There's one thing I want you to look up. This is the closest thing I have to something rare.
Okay, let me see.
What is it? Metal Gear Solid something.
The Twin
Is that the Twin Snakes?
Yep.
Oh, I have that too. Give me a second.
Shoot, like.
Yeah, I got this used at GameStop.
All
right. Dun 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 dun.
Here's my Metal Gear Solid. There's your Metal Gear Solid.
There's Ocarina and Majora's Mask, the original 64s. I'm going way back, aren't I?
Yep.
Are we stupid? I feel like we're stupid, but we have fun. Tony, leave us?
Oh,
there you go.
The Oracles games.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think Tony left.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to have to end this stream pretty soon because I actually got to get to bed too. I have church in the morning.
Yep.
I got work starting at noon tomorrow, so I'm only working. I'll probably start up my Air Terror stream maybe tomorrow if I have time. I don't know.
Okay.
So if you guys can make it, please make it.
Yes.
My Air Terror is going to be kind of like what Anime Night does with his streams, except it's just whatever. So.
Which isn't that kind of what he does to begin with?
Oh, his computer died.
Oh, snap.
His computer died. But still,
did it die, or did it did it die, or run out of battery?
Uzumaki Clan, definitely if you get the chance, follow my channel and stuff, so that way we can get you on Air Terror, and even then we can also get you on Knights of the Anime Table, because I guarantee you'd be welcome member on Knights of the Anime Table with Anime Night. So he would be glad to have you, and of course I'd be glad to have you on my little thing that I start up. So that would be really fun to do. Get the Air Terror going.
Yes. We gotta find out a night. It's funny how we're all branching off and doing our things and overlapping with each other. I like that.
Well, yeah. Error Terror is going to be kind of like the random thing I just do randomly. I probably won't tell nobody about, so.
Okay.
It's just going to be like, oh, hey, look, Fatal's on.
What's he doing?
So yeah, we got a lot
And
of
then
fun
we just
stuff.
click on and you're dressed like Conan the Barbarian.
Yep. Oh, you know what? One more game.
All
Let's
right.
see here. One more game. Do one more game because I have this one too.
Oh, I've heard of that.
This is a
What
fun
is it?
game. Mr. Mosquito.
Oh, I know that game. Yeah, I know that game very well.
Yeah. So there's all that. I got you got to see a piece of my collection. Hopefully Uzumaki clan. Sorry, I almost said Uzumaki-chan for some strange reason. No, I got some crazy series up here. I got the platinum edition of Evangelion. And what's fun about the platinum, they actually have for the platinum edition, they actually have like specific episodes they did. Like if you get the DVDs, you can they have like different releases of the platinum edition. Just give me just a second. Let me look at it real quick on the platinum edition because on volume 6. So on 5 DVDs, this is the whole series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Except on these two, on this disc, these are episodes 21, 22, 23, and 24. These are all the director's cut episodes.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm wondering if there's...
You don't usually think of that with anime.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I might rewatch these sometime because I really need to get back at Evangelion. We need to have an Evangelion stream.
I would actually be a part of that because I remember when it first came out and I thought, what the frick is this? It makes no sense. So now that I'm older, I would actually like to learn a little more about it.
I need to, I liked it when I was younger. I got
like,
it.
Even hardcore fans have to like break it down at times.
Oh yeah, I need to pick up the other movies that have been coming out, and yes, even the stupid ass Funimation releases that I swore I'd never get.
And me and RKO are going this Saturday and seeing Venom 2 together.
You know what? From what I hear Venom 2 kind of takes us back to the Daredevil, 2003 days. So,
Really?
Yeah,
that's going to be interesting.
I hear it's going to have that kind of feel to it, which is awesome.
Well, it feels like it's going to have fun with itself, which the first Venom movie kind of did too. And the scene, that cop, that detective in the movie, in the trailer, it's theorized that he becomes Toxin.
Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, from what I understand, the movie is not woke, and it was definitely gay baiting. So that's funny. I love it. Me being bisexual, I love it when people start gay baiting. It's actually kind of funny to watch the woke crowd get pissed off. For those who know RWBY, the series RWBY, which I have volumes 1 through 6 of RWBY. For those who know volumes, first off, I liked RWBY all the way up to volume 5. And volume 6 just kind of went blah.
I've never seen an episode, so I don't really know anything about it.
Well, volume 6 of RWBY is the last volume that Vic Mignogna appears as Crow.
Okay.
And then when volume 7 came out, they replaced him with Jason Liebrecht, which I guess is cool, I guess. But Vic Mignogna is Crow, in my opinion. So I just kind of stopped. After that, I just stopped buying, stuff from RWBY. Or stuff from Rooster Teeth. I think the only thing that I get from Rooster Teeth, which I've already gotten, is all like seasons 15 or 16, maybe even 17 of Red versus Blue.
That's really their only like quote unquote good product anymore, because that was their breakout product.
Red versus Blue started to suck after a while too.
Yeah,
Red versus
true,
Blue. To me,
like,
Red versus Blue ended at. Like season 15 is where Red versus Blue ended for me, and season 15 and season 14 I don't even count as an actual season. I mean, they got some fun stuff in season 14. Like they do a lot of cameos in season 14. Like they bring up Wiz and Boomstick from Death Battles. They even made a rap battle between Sarge and Church. You know, who wrote these? Who wrote these lyrics? Did Achievement Hunter write this?
That the early seasons had though, before they actually got programs to actually make it with. They had to make it like in the Xbox Live stuff, and there's just a certain appeal to that.
You want to know what Montione was working on before he got like picked up with Rooster Teeth? I'll show you.
Is he the? That's not the dude that created Rayman. Because it sounds French.
No, he basically created Ruby and all the fighting sequences. So, so I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna let these ads play through, and then I'm gonna go ahead and share screen. Skip ads.
There we go. I remember seeing this in high school in the anime club. The teacher put it on screen. I remember this. Yes. Oh my gosh.
This is all Matiome and stuff, and
oh my gosh, dude! I was in high school when this came out. This was amazing. Everyone in the class was losing their minds. Oh my gosh!
Is this Final Fantasy and versus Dead and Alive?
Did you ever see this, Decker?
I did not.
Oh, you're in for a treat. Like, if you want to look it up or whatever, like, yeah, it's amazing.
Where's the one where Tifa fights? I gotta see that one.
That's later on. Like, because as the fights go on, all the girls keep coming in. See, this one came out when Final Fantasy X-2 was first came out.
Oh, it did.
Huh? I remember that with Cloud. That's new to me. That's awesome. I remember that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this gets pretty brutal, but it's some of the best action scenes we've seen ever. And honestly, like I said, this is like Montione's big thing. Such a shame he died.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
He died. I think he died of a food allergy or something. But she gets some pretty sick moves in this. This gets pretty brutal. He's
I forgot all about this. That's amazing to me. I remember this.
Gotta get to the. Here we go. This is the best part.
Dang, Tifa.
First time I've seen a carjack used.
And then she goes all freaking Neo on him. And for some context,
Felix staffed.
This was done in a dude's basement. This was made in a guy's basement. It was amazing. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, it gets even crazier because eventually they start bringing in like Kingdom Hearts characters.
How far did this go? How many how much did he make?
6 parts? That's what
6
it says.
parts.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Can you imagine how hard it would be to move with that stuff? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Dude.
And Zoro would have a tough time with that.
Yeah. Oh my.
Like Roanoke Zoro.
Yeah. So there, like that. There's all of that stuff. So I thought you guys would probably be interested in some of that.
I remember seeing this when I was in high school, and it was the end of the day, and so we had clubs after all the classes were done, and we were in anime club, and the teacher just pulled this up and was showing it to the class, and it was just everyone was losing their minds. It was amazing.
You had an anime club in your school. I am so fucking pissed. We never had anything like that. Like, the best we had was just like your little nerdy clubs that got together, and most of them, all they really wanted to do was friggin' play Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I'm like, dude, I've grown up.
I was in the card club and the anime club, which was all the same people, just on a different day, and it was really, really funny. So, like, we were playing, like, most of them would play Magic the Gathering. I could never get into Magic the Gathering. I've tried on 3 separate occasions. I just can't get into it. But there was a small group of us that did play Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh was always fun.
Here's the thing. I could not get into Magic the Gathering, but whenever somebody had, like, a Dungeons and Dragons thing going on, I was like, shit, sign me up.
I've tried to get into Dungeons and Dragons. RKO constantly tries to get me into Dungeons and Dragons, and I constantly do it because I want to. Because me and him grew up together. We're best of friends. I just like, I'm like, I rather LARP. I guarantee you that's what he's doing tonight, because I know the group that he's in, that I've joined every so often. We're talking about getting together tonight to do it. So, like, pretty sure that's what he's doing. I'm going to end the stream so we can maybe chit chat a little bit and then leave at our discretion. Oh, yeah. So thank you all for coming, and thank you all for joining us in the comment section. And remember, if you're not walking on the wild side, then it's boring.
All right, take care, everybody.